Hey y'all, welcome to I Got My Heart Broken and decided to make a podcast. Um, so I hope you're doing well. I'll start by saying that this episode is about how not trusting your gut really will have you in some fucked up situations. Every time I didn't trust my gut, I was so wrong. And I say I was so wrong in the sense of I just experienced some shit I didn't need to experience. I'm going to tell you two stories in which I should have trusted my damn gut. And it wasn't anxiety. I know the difference between anxiety and my gut. But manipulative people, will have you thinking that your gut is just anxiety, and it's not the case. I want to tell a more recent story, and then I'm going to tell a very old story. So we're just going to jump right into it. So if you're in my friend group, or maybe even if you follow me on TikTok, I might touch on it a little bit even on my TikTok, very subtly. But I dated the biggest liar on earth. The most, a very terrible liar. Like, her lies didn't make sense. Everybody knew she was lying, but it's like she was very clever with it to the point where it was hard to tell that she was lying. Or it was hard to catch her in her lies. That's what I mean. So this girl had a lot going on. Everybody has a lot going on. And that's something I learned in therapy. But this one had shit that was triggering going on. So for me, my my stepmom, she had health issues. And I didn't realize, obviously as a kid, this is creating trauma. And I didn't realize I even had trauma from it. But I'm just saying all this to say, this girl's health issues triggered trauma I didn't know I fucking had. So this girl would disappear on me in the middle of the night. Like, she would love bomb the shit out of me. And then she would disappear. I'm like, what the fuck? And it just started out when I first met her, I just wanted to have sex with her. I didn't want to be in a relationship with her. I wasn't looking to be in a relationship. I wasn't looking for anything. I literally just wanted to know if this girl fucked how I fucked, because we had the same birthday. And at that time, I thought we had the exact same birthday. But we didn't. I found out the girl was a year younger. And I found that out by filing her taxes. Bro, when I tell you, this shit is funny now. But it's that shit was jarring as fuck in the moment. So it's really no story. I'm just going to tell y'all situations, you feel me? Because it's I'm still processing this. This is the heartbreak that inspired but this podcast, but the one that kicked me in the back and was yeah, you don't need to be dating no more, because this shit is wicked. It's wicked out here. You gotta operate from a place of discernment, from a place of just knowing when a motherfucker is lying and they try to manipulate you. And that's what I be knowing people be lying, and I just let you get away with what the fuck you gotta say. I let you get away with it because I don't like certain conversations. I just don't feel like having. Yes, I'm a certified yapper. Yes, I love talking, but if getting the truth out of you is going to aggravate the shit out of me, I'm just not gonna do it. So yeah, back to the girl. So that was one instance. Like I said, I found out when I went to go file her fucking taxes that she was a year younger. And then I found out, I met her mom one day. And I found out, and not as her girlfriend, I met her mom I just met her mom as a bitch that just came to the mall with her. But the girl, I remember asking her mom, what time of day was she born? Because I was trying to see who was older. I said, oh, I'm older. ha. That's like, that was, I was like, okay, that makes sense. Like, well, not that makes sense, but I was like, okay, now we know who's older. Like, this really who runs shit, you feel me? And it's just, I'm tempted to call this bitch and be like, why? Like, cause I want, this is like the sickness of my mind. I just want to understand why this bitch lies so much. I'm not gonna lie, maybe for the plot, I might call her after this. I ain't even gonna lie. We might just see, because I just want to understand. I mean, she might lie. She like most likely could just lie and be like, "It's not your fucking business." Like, you know what I'm saying? But I just want to understand, like, why did you feel the need to lie to me? Why did you feel the need to fucking love bomb me when I just wanted to fuck you? You really could have been like, "Bitch, you not getting no pussy. Just let it go." Then I could have just been your homegirl. But then it's like you be lying to your friends too, and then it's like you don't have real fucking friends, and that's what's like. I think she really believes she has friends, but I was analyzing her life. You don't have no fucking friends. You trying to tell me I don't have friends? But no, I got friends. Like, I don't see my friends or talk to my friends every fucking day, but no, I got some real ass friends. You need to get some real ass friends. And you need to stop using that motherfucking, and then nah, y'all, the girl's gay, and then she like, this is the conversation we gonna have at a later time, because I want like a pastor on this junk, like, to have that conversation. I want a pastor on here because there's a lot of questions that I have, and I would just love to have that conversation. But better to the girl, yeah, she a Christian. She trying to convert me to Christianity. Ugh. But you gay. You want to wait till marriage to have motherfucking sex. But bitch, you, every time you get drunk, you try and eat my pussy. What the fuck? I just, this is not an episode for my family. But I'm just saying, like, okay. Like, okay. But it's like the girl just, I don't know. I genuinely think she really believes her fucking delusions. And every time I would be like, nah, this shit ain't working, some shit would happen. Or she would do some shit to reel me back in. And I give her that. She definitely had that. And that girl reminded me that, nah, nigga, that last junk you was fucking with, yeah, you didn't really like her, whatever. You didn't really love her how that girl wanted to be loved. This John, I made it a point to be the best lover ever. And that's always my goal, to be the best lover for you ever. And like, that's why, another reason why I created this podcast, and the reason why I decided to be single, because I need to be the best lover to myself. And then I'll be the best lover for other people. Because I do all the right things. I am a great ass lover. Like, I'm a great ass friend when I'm not letting myself be fucking sidetracked. Like, I worked really hard to be a good friend, because I used to be, and I still have those tendencies, but I used to be a woman since, like, the male centered women. Yeah. Change that into a woman centered woman, and it just, everything I did was for the girls, for the girls, for the girls. And I mean, that shit's cool, and it's like, some things, yeah, it's just for the girls, but I ain't gonna lie, nah, I need to live for me, live for what the fuck fulfills me. And like, yes, being for the girls does fulfill me. I love it. I love being a lover, but I'm learning in my journey, I want to be deeper than a lover. Anyway, I'm getting off track, because this shit is about trusting your gut. And like, I'm getting into like more episodes later down the line. But so yeah, that just like, there would be just so many different situations with that girl where my gut be like, this some shit, I start getting really, really anxious. Or like, according to her, I'll be crashing the fuck out. And I wasn't crashing out, nigga. You're fucking triggering my nervous system. You're making me feel some type of way. You're not being a good girlfriend. And it would always be some bullshit. I say, I'm calling her after this shit. I'll tell y'all in the next episode. This is part 1 of this motherfucking shit. But yeah, because like, this one is trying to the next episode is probably gonna be called trying to understand the motherfucking liar. But yeah, so okay, the other situation, my freshman year of college. So if you don't know, I was homeless when I first started college. Not like traditional homeless, but the technical term was homeless. So I was homeless, and I went to spend Christmas break with my roommate and her family. And long story short, before me and the girl fell out, but we ended up getting back cool just in time for me to go back with her. And I remember in my gut just feeling like, I don't want to go with you. I didn't want to go stay with my aunt, but I also didn't want to. I really didn't want to go back to Georgia with her. And something was just telling me, like, I just didn't want to go back. And when I went back, bro, I get more into this for another project. Like, if you want to know more details, I give more details in that other project. But, yo, that situation, just how everything played out, me ended up ending up getting, like, kicked out of their house and, like, everything getting pushed on me. That shit fucked my head up so bad. And if I had just trusted my gut and just stayed, then I wouldn't have been in that situation. And then even like let me tell you another situation on where like I trusted my gut and I didn't get in a great situation. I just want to quickly say this is a trigger warning. If talking about sexual assault or anything like that is a trigger for you, maybe skip the rest of the episode. I'll catch you on the next episode. So had this family member at their house. They're like, they wanted to get turned up with me. They ain't family. I don't call them family, but we gonna have to, for the sake of the story, a family member. So I had the mentality, if I'm ever out with a man, and not like, I don't like men, no, but when I'm around a man and we hanging out, I'm not paying for nothing. I'm a girl. I don't give a fuck if I wear boy clothes. I'm a girl. You finna pay. And like, not like it just kind of also depends on the situation. Like, I don't just any man, I just had that fucking assumption. No, but I'm just telling you, this was my mentality. So I didn't bring my wallet. My wallet has my ID. And because I didn't bring my wallet, and also because I wasn't 21 and I was only 19, I couldn't get into the club. So he ended up having to take me back, and he was like, get you something to drink, da da da. So I got a buzz ball and I was vibing, whatever. This man get back home, he asking me, oh, is my wife up? And I'm like, nah, she in her room. I don't know what the fuck she's doing in her room, but she in her room. And basically the nigga called, like, tell me to come to his room. I'm thinking like, I don't fucking know. I'm not thinking like, okay, I'm in the room. This man is under his blanket and gonna tell me to sit down. I said, nah, I'm cool. I'm going back to that room. But I saw he was fine. He was alive. Like, he's older. I was like, nah, I'm about to go back to that room. That shit made me so fucking uncomfortable, bro. I have never had a quote unquote fucking uncle. Like, on my dad's side, bro. I have hella fucking uncles, bro. This shit pissing me off as I'm thinking about it. But I have hella uncles. None of my uncles, like, I've never been alone in a room with none of my uncles. And not, well, like, in that type of setting. Like, I've never been in one of my uncle's fucking bedrooms while they were under their fucking blanket. No shirt on. I can only imagine you have no fucking drawers on. Like, I'm so thankful I trusted my gut. Because that man was going to try to fucking rape me. I just know it. And I don't give a fuck what nobody's saying. This is if like, okay, this does get back to my family and y'all and some. I actually don't give a fuck what y'all think. None of y'all pay my motherfucking bills. None of y'all do shit for me to like really. I don't give a fuck. Y'all are fucked up any fucking way. So kiss my ass if you got something to say. But I just, if I hadn't trusted my gut, that man would have touched my fucking nano square. And then it's like, for your wife to have the audacity to be I don't get it, bro. I don't get fucking protecting like weirdos. Why the fuck do y'all be married to fucking weirdos, nigga? Like, stand on your own two motherfucking feet. And I'm so thankful that I was raised, like, my life was crazy as a child, but I'm just thankful, like, I had the mentality that I have and I have the experience that I have, because to be in a situation where you gotta keep a fucking nasty ass person around is fucking insane to me. I don't get it. I don't fucking get it. I really don't fucking get it. Like, you do one weird thing to me, I'm telling you, I might act like I'm still cool because I'm processing, but I promise you, once I peep game, it's cool. It's, you not getting nothing the fuck out of me, bro. I don't even want to breathe the same air you breathe. We will no longer be on the same fucking vibration once I peep that you a fucking weirdo. Huh. Anyway, trust your gut always. That's the bottom line. This is everything I had to say when it comes to this episode. Cause I'm tight now, and I'm finna call a liar. So I guess, I don't know. A future episode will be about me trying to understand the liar, because I just want to understand why she felt the need to lie to me so much. Like, why you felt the need to play in my fucking face? It's currently 11:53 at night, so let's see if she answered. If she answered, that shit gonna be crazy. Anyway, y'all have a great night. Be blessed. Take care of yourself. Yeah, hope you enjoyed the episode. Stay tuned for the next jump.